Dean Davison, liveweatherblogs.com meteorologist here, overnight outlook. We have a situation ongoing here in the southeast in Dixie Valley, Louisiana, parts of Texas, parts of Arkansas, parts of Mississippi. We're talking about tornado watches in effect, the low-level jets pumping in moisture. We got the low about here on the jet and the triple point there, and this is where we're having an issue with the probability of tornadic thunderstorms. The issues also is this is going to be a nocturnal event down here, and that's a problem, and most tornado deaths occur during the overnight time period. Unfortunately, this evening we're going to have the problem with nocturnal tornadic probabilities. So if you live in the south, I advise you stay with liveweatherblogs.com, have your NOAA weather radio on if you're going to go sleep, for any warnings that may come in. Moving right along, you see this moves further to the east in the morning time. You get the influx here in Tennessee and Kentucky, so severe weather might even get into that area with a low-level jet kicking up that high. And we move right along into the afternoon. Roanoke will get into this with the warm front here tomorrow afternoon. You see there's that little poke of the warm front, the triple point. That's where the low-level jet will be sitting, and that being in the afternoon time may actually be more supportive for severe weather. We're going to have a strong southerly wind bringing this moisture up. This is not a good thing if you live Roanoke and point south, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. We're talking about possibility of severe weather and tornadoes tomorrow. Less towards further north, but this would be the area that has more probability of rotation, believe it or not. So it'll take less to do anything in this area, and a little bit more the further south you go when it comes to the shear values. But the Cape will be higher down south versus north. But the other thing we have to watch out for is heavy rain. We're talking about orographic lift being an issue. When it bumps up with the southerly wind against the mountains, we're going to have tons of rainfall. We're talking about a couple inches possibly, and that would be in the Roanoke Valley also south. We'll take a look at QPF here in a moment. And we'll move right along. As this goes towards the coast, some winter precipitation may finally move into the Appalachians. We're talking about West Virginia, parts of far southwestern Virginia, parts of North Carolina, the mountains. We might see some snow for the first time this year. And on Thursday, it moves out as we have trough, high pressure moves in, and more snow in the west coast. If you look at the QPF, we have 3 inches area here from Roanoke south through parts of northern Georgia. It's going to be a prime spot on the Blue Ridge Mountains for heavy rainfall, and also another area will be northeastern Pennsylvania and parts of New York State. These are areas that can have some flooding, and there is flood watches in central Pennsylvania at this current time. When we look at national threats, I'll show you that. And a broad area of 2 inches of rain just throughout western Virginia, throughout Pennsylvania, throughout all the way up through Vermont in that area. And that's over the next 2 days. There will be a lot of rain here in the Appalachian states as we go along. Here's our current threat level. We have Louisiana, parts of Texas, parts of Arkansas, parts of Tennessee, towards Nashville. Here's Mississippi and Alabama. These are areas that are getting the influx of the low-level jet pumping in, and that's where we're going to have the best area for rotation. And here's our 2-day outlook, which will put us into Tuesday: South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Lynchburg, Roanoke, parts of North Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, back here through Baton Rouge. There's your problems, and probabilistically, same area having the issues. And this will be, once again, for high winds and tornadoes as your main threat. And like I said, we won't be surprised to see a few tornadoes between these 2 days. I'm expecting to see at least 5 to 10, if not more. And the bigger threat's going to be overnight because it's nocturnal. And like I said, have your weather radio on alert mode. Current Cape here, you see Louisiana in a good Cape spot here. This is from twisterdata.com, and you see where that Cape is. I'm going to move it along. It's showing a low Cape, but at the same time, you don't need as much Cape with this type of storm in this time of the year to cause some havoc. Winds with height, you can see we have good shear areas here in the area that we have for severe weather tonight, and we move it along to tomorrow, and this looked interesting to me also. And we move this along. Look at this. We got some strong probable shear here in western parts of Virginia, western parts of North Carolina, down through Georgia. This is why I do think there's a higher threat of tornadic probabilities here in Roanoke and south, because of the fact we're going to have more shear. You're not going to need as much cape to cause the rotation in these storms. It's going to be a powerful storm in itself. And here's the surface to 850, and like I said, lots of shear available tomorrow. Here's the current radar out of Louisiana. You can see tornado warning now, moving to the northeast. You have severe thunderstorm warnings back here, and we got to watch these cells as they develop for the probability of tornadic thunderstorms, and I'll go through the overnight hours. Taking a wider view, you can see this is going to be your area of the most severe weather. Here's the heavy rain, and this is going to project itself to the east over the next 18 hours and become heavier and have more issues to go along with it. Here is our outlook. We have flood watches. In Roanoke Valley, we have flood watches, flash flood watches, regular flood watches here up in Pennsylvania. We have tornado watches and tornado warnings here in Louisiana, Mississippi, back through Texas. We have winter storm advisories behind the front, and also up here in the northwest. So there's some issues we're going to definitely see here over the next 24 to 36 hours, and it's going to get bad around here. And we hope you stay with liveweatherblogs.com for the latest information. Here's the other thing: 1 to 3 inches of rain with higher amounts here in Roanoke Valley, Bedford County, Roanoke, all this area, especially on the Blue Ridge. We're going to have to watch out for that. And this is going to go through Tuesday night with the flood watches. And we got some winds back here behind the mountains, and that should progress also to the east. So stuff we're going to definitely look at. Looks newest tornado watch till 12 a.m. Central Time, 1 a.m. Eastern. Here's your threat: moderate risk of tornadoes, moderate risk of EF2 plus tornadoes, so severe tornadoes, and then winds will be lower. But there we go: Jackson, Mississippi, down through Baton Rouge, back towards and up, but not including New Orleans at this time. But keep your heads up here as we go through this evening. Roanoke Valley forecast: 43 rain beginning overnight, 52 heavy rain. You may get the temperatures go up into the 60s if we get enough influx from the low-level jet, which may also cause some severe, possible isolated severe thunderstorms in the area. That will be Tuesday 52, possibly a little higher depending on the influx. 46 Tuesday night, heavy rain ending on Wednesday. 47, 29 Wednesday night, mostly sunny for Thursday and Friday. 46 and 47 respectively, with lows around 30. And for the Triad region, rain 45, showers, thunderstorms likely Tuesday and Tuesday night. 60, could be a little higher, like I said, the influx possibility. And then 47 and 51 respectively Thursday and Friday, with mostly sunny skies with lows around the 30-degree mark. Severe weather occurring, tornado outbreak likely in the southern Dixie Alley area, and a possibility of tornadoes and severe weather in the southeast tomorrow. I'll continue to update this overnight outlook as we go along in the text product, so please stay with me. For liveweatherblogs.com, this is meteorologist Dean Davison.